Today we're doing an instructional video on how to wrap a Wismec Reuleaux RX200.
Alright, so first thing first, you want to clean your device. We use a 70% isopropyl alcohol. That's going to be not too harsh on your device, but at the same time get all the grease, the dirt, the imperfections, all that good stuff off of your device so it's not under your wrap when you go to apply it. You want to make sure all that's cleaned off, and then of course once it is clean, make sure it is dry before you start applying your wrap. Now what we've done today is we went with the dual tone carbon fiber. I think it's got a good contrast. I think you guys like the look of this, and so I wanted to show you this particular wrap. So we went with the gray and the white. Now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the center section. I always try to look and make sure I see some registration points. So I see the two up and down buttons, I see the charger port and the screen. So I'm going to start with this left lower button there. Apply that left one, then the right, and then of course center up your screen. Once those are applied, then you go ahead and wrap that around to the left side, then back to the other side, apply that down, and that center section is done. So now for your offset for the dual tone, we're going to go with the white. I'm going to go ahead and peel that off the back. And yet again, we're going to look for a registration point. In this particular case, we'll go with the fire button. I'll center that fire button up there. Now we want to make sure to keep the top of that device, keep it parallel with the top so that it applies, and then it will apply down nice down that side there. And that center section, it is fairly thin, but as long as you keep it tight, the registration there, it'll be centered up and it'll flow perfectly. Go back around to the other side, push that down, ensuring that it stays flush with the top. And then I'm going to use that top corner there for the carbon fiber as another registration point. I want to make sure everything is stuck down, and we're good to go on to the next piece. So we are going to go with the gray again. We're going to go with the back piece. Now I'll use the top left corner here. I'm going to stick that down temporarily. Basically I'll use that to kind of see how far apart I need to separate the two pieces of vinyl. Kind of gives me an idea. So I'll pull that back up. Now that I know, then I'll go ahead and stick this bottom corner down, ensuring that this whole side is parallel, and then apply that corner back. And then basically just apply that around, keeping in mind on the top of the device that it stays parallel. You can see how that meets up to that corner nicely. So all the sides are done. Alright, now I wasn't sure if I was going to go with the white for the top or gray, so I'm going to go with the gray here. I'm going to find a corner and apply that there on the corner. Of course, where your tank goes, you want to keep that lined up with the edge there. It'll wrap around there. It's in a circle, so I'm going to wrap it around that corner and then apply that corner piece back down. That is good to go. Now starting on the bottom, I'm going to look at the vent holes as a registration point. And then of course you can see that top section there is rounded. So you don't necessarily have to use a blade. I'm going to use one here just to kind of speed things up. Apply the vent holes. Once I get those lined up, I use my thumb to keep it still. And then now apply the rest, lining them up with the other vent holes. And that is your device. You can see there it's got a good contrast. It's got good depth look to the wrap. It's just all around a nice looking wrap. I do like the dual tone carbon fiber, is one of my favorites. If you have any questions, you can email us at admin@jwraps.com, or always visit us on our website at jwraps.com. Thanks for watching.